If you were a fighter, what would your walkout song be?
We Are the Champions.
The chicken nugget song.
Lose Yourself.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
You didn't even pick a real song.
Yes,
what
I
song
did.
was it? You said
The
Baby
Chicken
Shark?
Nugget song is a real song.
Yeah.
Oh, I think-
chicken nugget.
That'd be lame.
Whoa,
Actually, I'd be
whoa, whoa.
scared if I saw Amber coming out about a fight and like she's just like so happy. I'd be like, yo, that's terrifying. I'd be like, what is going on in her head?
I mean,
Like, why is she?
I won't be able to come out angry. I'm literally gonna come out with a smile on.
It depends what mindset you want to be in when you go out, right?
Yeah.
Either you want to be in like a very peaceful state or you want to be like an
Oh, hold on.
animalistic state.
Wait, no, I would play Act Up. Duh.
I feel like that would get you in like a fun
Yeah.
dancing
Like you're
mood.
ready
That
It would
to
get
my party.
like a real ass, you know.
Realize what?
You picked We Are the Champions?
Yeah, because we're already
Really?
winners before we even go in.
I
That's
feel like that's the corniest option you
very,
could have
very
went with.
SHAH-AMEER answer.
Yeah.
We Are the Champions?
We're always winners. Even if we lose. We're always winners.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's ever came out to Lose Yourself or...
Because I feel like that's basic.
Frost, I could have sworn you
That,
said that.
that's
if
an
you,
entrance
still
song.
works.
That's an entrance song to anything.
no, I feel
It
like
still works for me.
Wouldn't
It
you
depends
do
what works.
Share I Share, like the Share song?
See, I think that would be a good one for like a victory. That would get me to like in the ego, you know?
Like run, run, run. The
Actually-
line's
actually,
coming.
you know what would
like,
be
I feel like that would
intimidating?
be good for you.
The Azan.
Oh my god, you took it to a whole nother level.
Or like something that just like puts you in a very peaceful... I feel like the most
You
intimidating
should-
people are
you-
the very peaceful
You
ones.
shouldn't have that like playing out loud though. Like maybe in your headphones or something.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you
a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like that'd be so. People would be like, "What is going on?"
But isn't like an entrance song just like...
It sets
so
the
cool.
mood. Yeah, it sets the mood.
Like whenever I see that, we were watching UFC 241 last night. 241? I forget what it is. And just like when I see people's entrances, I'm just like, dang, like this
Yeah.
is the song this person picked to like this is gonna like get me ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna either walk out or run out to this. Daniel Cormier walked out to a Drake song, which is like rare. He picked the one Drake and Lil Wayne. What's the one? It's like dun dun dun. dun
Oh
dun.
yeah, the old one, right?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
old one. It's not headlines. It's I forget.
Yeah.
But he walked. I was like, that's interesting. Like that's such a
Yeah.
happy. I guess if you're a middle school wrestler, maybe you walk out to that.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Strange Flavors. My name is Shimmer.
For us.
Hi, my name is Amber. Sorry.
And this is brought to you by
I
Alif
was trying to think
Theory.
of the song
We
name.
are on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're also on YouTube. And if you want to listen to our podcast, we're on everywhere that you listen to your podcast. We are there. We're the strangest and greatest podcast in the game. I always mix up. And yeah, if you want to send us your cool email, your cool questions, and your cool music, you can find us at strangeflavorspodcast@gmail.com. So how are you guys doing?
You're cool even.
Some people write cool emails, right?
Some people did write cool emails, including Zara recently. She actually wrote to us before.
Shout out Zara.
She said,
Hey,
"Hey
Zara.
guys, this is like a serious topic. I'm gonna save this one actually because
Okay.
I don't want to just like dive into
Yeah.
like a. Let's like lighten in. Let's talk about merch because we recently came out with merch that is super cool and it's for a
Fire.
great cause, as we
Facts.
always try to do with the Alif Theory brand.
Facts.
I
Well,
made
these-
what were you gonna say?
Nothing. I was just gonna help hype it up, but you already started going with it.
Just every time I talk, just be like yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Just
Facts.
validate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just say facts.
No, but we came up with these designs that were on these jackets a while
They're
ago.
fire.
Facts.
You guys liked them so much, you were asking for shirts.
Facts.
Yes.
So now they are on the shirts.
Go
Facts.
off.
Obviously, a lot cheaper than the denim jackets. So
Facts.
they do benefit different causes.
Facts.
And
real.
each one has to do with the design. So
Facts.
one is the Pakistan and India flags coming together,
Facts.
promoting peace. It's
Go
a little
off.
poem.
Facts.
That's to raise awareness for Kashmir.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Amber, you're from Kashmir.
Yes.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of stuff happening.
happening
there.
there.
Right now.
There's a blackout
Curfews.
going on,
Facts.
and there was like a treaty broken,
Mm-hmm.
which India has totally just invaded and gotten rid of that.
Right.
section.
Facts.
What is it?
Basically, like the Muslims that live in the occupied Kashmir side
Yeah.
are not being treated well,
Facts.
including curfews, just like
All right, man, we get it.
all around, just, you know, taking away a lot of their rights, and also having patients leave hospitals, closing down pharmacies, keeping people from getting medicines. There's just a lot happening there. So this shirt, I really appreciate the fact that it's bringing awareness to the cause.
Yeah, and I tried to look everywhere to see if there was any way to help people that might need some sort of aid and things like that. Financially in whatever way, but unfortunately there's just
there's
no access right now, and that's the
Right.
problem. So the best thing that we can all do, you don't have to get the shirt, just, you know, talk about it, about Kashmir, and make sure that, like, you know, it gets to the UN somehow. And we'll get back on this topic with Zara's question in just a little, but the other designs I want to talk about real quick, there's one that says the American Dream, and each letter stands for problems within the dream, like depression, racism, ego, money, what did I miss? Addiction. And that kind of is like highlighting sometimes how corrupt that dream can really be. And we're going to use a percentage of those sales to benefit the kids who were separated from their parents during ICE raids, for the illegal immigrants. And it's so sad because they were at school while a lot of that happened. So a lot of kids came home without parents. And I just don't understand, like, where's the humanity? But there's a local community I found, which was really deeply impacted by this. And so they have a GoFundMe, which is great because we can donate directly to them instead of going over like organizations that sometimes take a percentage out. And the last one is the WWMD one, which stands for What Would Muhammad, peace be upon him, do? And that one was made to really just like highlight the sunnah or like the following the practices of the prophet, and what it symbolizes is, like, you know, doing the right thing. So no matter where you are, what you're doing, always try to do the right thing. And obviously that's going to relate to you if you're a Muslim, but proceeds from that go towards the hunger crisis that is going on in Yemen, in Sudan, in Somalia. And that is through the International Rescue Committee, which is an organization that I've been working with for a long time. That's who I was working with the refugees for. So all very trusted and researched topics, so you guys don't have to. But feel free to, you know, message us or email us if you have further questions. And obviously the more sales we get, the more percentage we'll be able to give. But obviously you guys understand that it comes down to things like production cost. So yeah, thank you for being so supportive with these designs and these shirts and our brand overall. I think it's awesome that we finally, like, since we started this brand, we've been finding more and more purpose within it. And, you know, just really, really living up to that slogan that we have, which is when and where are you willing to start? And it's now and here. And being like, you know, I'm not, as a solo person, I'm not big enough to change the world. But if we can use this brand to continuously educate people and give back to the communities that we're raised from, or those that are impacted by, you know, different crises that are happening in the world, then I feel like we are doing our part in what we can.
And just
that's
as
fun.
humans too.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, thank you for being supportive of Alif Theory in general.
Thank you.
And these are fire designs for us, by the way. You did a
Thank you.
great
I
job with
appreciate it.
them. And then I'm glad that these turned into t-shirts that everybody can enjoy at a more affordable and also help people at the same time.
Yeah,
So
which
I'm super excited for
also
this.
people have been ordering the custom jackets still, even though the shirts are out, because some people really wanted those.
Right.
And I love doing them. But for the time period that we're selling the shirts, I'm gonna be donating those a percentage of the jackets towards whatever cause the design is related with as well. So whatever you're buying, it's helping something in some way.
Do you want to tell them how long the pre-order is open till?
The pre-orders are open till the rest of this week. So if you're listening to the podcast, it's crunch time. Get yours before they're gone.
Yeah.
What's the date?
The date? I don't know what the date is. We'll just say till Sunday.
It's the 25th.
25th, yeah.
Cool.
Because we do have to
25th.
place them at a certain time and all that, and I want to make sure that the donations get sent at the right time.
Right.
Yeah, and also we have a Venmo and Cash App, which you can read more about on our Instagram at Alif Theory if you want to use those as well.
Yeah, and put in your size and your address
Yes.
in the comments if you use those.
Perfecto. Okay, let's go into the topic that Zara sent in,
Let's do it.
and then we'll keep it moving.
Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Zara again from the Bay Area, California. I was wondering if you guys could cover the topic of Priyanka Chopra at BeautyCon and her response to Aisha Malik's comments regarding Chopra's tweet. Just a topic suggestion. Y'all can choose to cover or not. Take care.
Jeez.
Well, Zara, thank you for sending that in. So if you don't know, did you guys see this video, by the way?
Yeah.
You did. Okay,
But
so
just
Aisha
remind-
Malik is this girl who was
This was
questioning.
during the Q&A section,
It's a
right?
Q&A.
Of
Got it. Yes, I
BeautyCon.
did see this.
Is that BeautyCon, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she decided to ask Priyanka Chopra why she was pretty much encouraging warfare with Pakistan and India, because the last time that there was tensions happening, Priyanka Chopra had tweeted Jai Hind, which is like, you know, a way of saying like go India pretty much, and supporting the Indian army
Right.
during that time. And she wanted to know, you know, that you are an ambassador for peace through the UN, which is actually funny, the same award that my sister and I received.
Go off.
Why? Well, I say that because I remember you guys were there, and I don't know if you remember how like prestigious that title was to a
Right.
lot of those people there, and what it means to do that.
Right.
If you are given that responsibility, right, it's not just like, oh yeah, you get to just hang out and
Right.
you have that now. Like that's literally a responsibility that you have now, that like you're supposed to be an
humanity.
ambassador for peace. It means exactly what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was, you know, you guys were there. There was a big ceremony and everything where they went
Right.
over what it means to be that. Anyways, she was criticizing Priyanka Chopra because she's like, you know, how can you be this thing and be encouraging war? And pretty much Priyanka's response was like, well, first she was kind of a little bit rude to her.
Right.
You could argue that Aisha was kind of feisty, but
Right.
Priyanka was like, are you done?
Are you done venting?
Are you done venting? That's become a meme now. And she was like, you know, I have Pakistani friends, and I am you know, I have nationalism and this and that, and it wasn't a very clear response.
Right.
It wasn't very fulfilling to hear on either side, I think, unless you're on the side of wanting
Right.
India to take over Kashmir, I guess. But Zara is asking us what we
think
thought about that.
So here's my thing, is that Aisha, the way that she had said it, obviously wasn't the most, you know, respectful, like, hey, this is da-da-da, like, you know, like
It wasn't
laying
too
it out.
bad.
But at the same time, when somebody comes with a topic that they're upset about, they're not going to be the sweetest about it either. So there's a certain level of understanding there. Now, for Priyanka Chopra to say, are you done venting? I feel like not only did she disrespect the fact that she brought up something that she saw this person felt so strongly about, she should have, I mean, I'm not going to say we should have, but in my opinion, if I was in her position, I would like to let the people know, since seeing as a huge part of your audience is Pakistanis too.
And
like,
a huge part is Muslims.
and a huge part
Which
are
are-
Muslims, and you would expect that for somebody who, you know, we value to that level to at least care about this topic, and, you know, share some
Pretending would have been worse, I think.
not pretending, but like,
Yeah.
you would think that these are
Acknowledge
actors.
it.
These are actors, so they're trained for the public eye,
Right.
especially her. And so for her to react like this, what does it say about, you know, her from the inside? If she's willing to put that out there like that, how does she actually
Well, she
feel?
didn't acknowledge at all what she was saying in
And I
any way,
think-
or be understanding or understand where she's coming from.
I think saying I have Pakistani friends is the same thing like saying I have black friends when you're called out for being racist. Like that's
course.
the same energy. And so at the same time though, I don't blame Priyanka Chopra. I don't know the politics behind it, but I do know that the Indian government apparently reaches out to actors and actresses to speak out about you know, some level of patriotism. I don't know about the politics of it, but I do know there is some aspect that plays into it. What do you think, Shami?
Everything you just said. I mean, like, the way that she said everything was very condescending. Like, it was like, yo, relax. You know, she's just... But Aisha is also like you said, feisty. So
Slightly. I think that she
Slightly.
was rightfully upset
Yeah.
about what's going
Right.
on.
also, it's not venting. Like if
No,
it's
not at
if it's
all.
an actual issue, right? You're just speaking louder than normal. Like
And they took her mic away.
yeah, they took.
It's
her
just
mic.
very dismissive to have that approach. I think as a celebrity, no matter what that person is saying, it would really like people would respect you the way that you handle it, right? I've seen people get yelled at and stuff, politicians that know how to handle that stuff and politicians that don't. And for example, Bernie, right? Think whatever you may about him, but there's been times where someone is yelling at him. There's also another politician. He's actually Just Rain's friend. I'm forgetting what I think his name's Jagmeet.
Oh,
he's
the
I
Sikh.
think he's
Yeah,
I think
in
he's
Canada.
running for some position in Canada. I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
not that familiar with it, but there was somebody that was calling him a terrorist at one of his events, and was calling him out for everything, and he was saying like love and peace or something back to her.
Yeah, he kept repeating it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so it's just like
That's
I
not
admire that type of like handling
Right.
of whatever. And that was like that lady was in the wrong. In this case, somebody who has an opinion that a lot of people have.
Right.
Like why would you dismiss it that way?
I mean, you could argue that she did it at the wrong setting because it is BeautyCon. This is not like
She was expecting like a makeup question.
right. It
Where-
definitely
but-
threw her off.
but where
at
else
the-
would she, like,
exactly?
That's
encounter that,
she
right?
she used the opportunity that she had to have the question that she could at the time, and so again, she probably wasn't expecting it.
Do you
but
guys
at
think
the same time,
UNICEF
I'm
should
glad.
take away her ambassador for peace
Absolutely
title?
not.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
They shouldn't take it away?
No,
I think
don't
they should
so.
question it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
be like cautious of her, and maybe.
But when it comes to making a decision of peace or not,
Right.
she's not.
I think that in that case, her opinion on it was okay. I'm basically representing for my country, right? I think that what she just did this time, this is a part where she was wrong. Do I think that it was wrong for her to tweet Jai Hind in support of the war? No, but at the same time, if that's what she believes in politically, I'm not gonna.
But that's not. You're not choosing peace over nationalism then.
well,
So how does that make you?
I feel like
I think she has a responsibility as an
it wasn't
actress.
from that title was not from India though. It was from a
The
UN group.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think that it would be fair to take away somebody's title off of one action that one person feels, a group of people feel offended
so
by?
when like an athlete cheats in the Olympics, they
Right.
get their gold medal revoked.
That's true.
yeah.
This is, I think, similar to that.
Okay.
I think she has chosen not to go the peaceful route in this opinion. She's a public figure. Everything she says matters.
Right.
It's a huge responsibility.
Right.
And on that list we shared last week, she was on that list of top 10 women
Influential people.
Yeah.
in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does not deserve that title, in
I
my
respect
opinion.
that opinion.
I feel like if we were in war with like North Korea and we said the same thing, like go America, no one would care. Like everyone would be in support of it.
I think that's very different.
I think what he's trying to say is that in this case, she felt like she was, basically sticking up for her
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And the way that she was saying it, and obviously that means that she's, in support of the army and what their efforts are. But at the same time, she is representing India, and she did have responsibility to the government. I'm not saying that that's what she should have done, but I don't want to put all of that blame on her political view or responsibility from India.
I got you.
Yeah.
I just think that
That's
if
right.
America was violating human rights, I would get that.
Right. But you have to,
I mean, I would
remember the
not
type of
agree with that,
information.
sorry.
You have to know what type of information was being said.
But we're talking
to
about North
Priyanka.
Korea. We understand
Oh,
that
right,
North
right, right,
Koreans
right.
are.
But what
I mean,
if
that
like
was-
another, country or something like
Yeah.
that? I guess it depends on the country.
Yeah.
But I feel like most Americans would just be like, go America.
I think, for example, if America was like, okay, let's black out North Korea and like let's exclude them from the world even further or something, I would not agree with that. I think there's
Okay, I feel like
America could
America's
try to save them.
I think America's a very powerful country, so I feel like the idea of India and Pakistan is that they're both
Yeah, they're both, like-
both third world countries, and they have the situation where they've had constant tension between them for a very long time. So there's a lot of history that comes with that.
Regardless, there's always an option to go a
With
peaceful
peace.
route.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As a Pakistani, I don't agree with trying to murder people in Kashmir that are Indian or Hindu or whatever and take over that land so that we can finally have it. No.
Yeah.
I think that there should be a settlement. I think the UN he said be involved. Donald Trump said that he would have no problem talking to Imran Khan and Modi about this.
I think that she needs to be confronted about this topic or educated about it.
You know who we need to get?
Who?
Nick. We need to tell Nick what's really going on.
Go off.
Your wife is not peaceful.
Not only
She's
am I
advocating
supporting
for
you,
violence.
Priyanka, I'm over here supporting your man's too.
I feel like
your marriage.
I feel like Nick
We've been
probably sees
excited
Twitter.
for
He's
you.
like, hey babe, there's some
going
people
on?
that are in my comments that are like saying things about you, and she's probably like, Nick, don't worry about it. I got it. You wouldn't understand. It's an Indian thing. And he's like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, literally, I think that's how the conversation would go.
We need to get to Nick. If Nick were to realize what's really going on, and he's like, listen, I can't do this, then she'd be like, no, wait. Yeah. I need to change myself.
It's the perspective that he's going to get of it too.
Are we done venting?
That's good. That's pretty
That was a
good.
good transition.
All right, Shamer, you want to talk about something?
What's up?
Let's get an update.
On what?
You remember what was happening last time on the what's it called? The dating apps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, which one were you on? Two of them?
Yeah, two of
Bumble
them.
and
Hinge.
Yeah. How's that going?
There's no update.
There's
No
no
up-
update?
Yeah, I mean,
No swipes,
I've been busy.
no-
Yeah.
So you
just
haven't
Oh, you haven't
swiped
been
at
on
all?
it?
Yeah, I haven't been on it.
What?
So, I've been busy.
Okay, what about
but when there is an
dating?
update, but somebody did message me, and like through Instagram, and they're like, "Would you be okay with long distance relationships?"
Ooh.
And like, how do I answer that? You know, like I'd have to know the person before answering that, right?
Well, why don't you get to know the person?
Well, you just can't straight up just ask, "Are you okay with?"
Fair.
Or can you?
I think you wouldn't know until you are in that situation.
So I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, yes, no, I don't know.
Did you see their profile? Were you interested?
I can't say anything.
Okay.
Because like I don't know. You know.
Fair.
I just have to know.
Okay.
But that was just like it just like shook me.
You think they were interested?
I have no idea. I don't know if they were asking for personal reasons or if they're asking just
For them.
for like
Because
in
they had heard
curiosity.
on the podcast and they were like, oh.
Well, they
I
did
wonder.
hear from the podcast. They were
Yeah.
like, I heard from the podcast, and then yeah. So, I don't know.
I would like to challenge the listeners this week to send SHAH-AMEER some
No.
dating advice and some
And
some
if
questions.
you're interested in SHAH-AMEER, like,
No,
throw him a
no.
DM.
Stop.
Do it.
No,
It'll be
don't.
If you're interested in
No,
SHAH-AMEER,
it'll open your mind
shoot your
and,
shot.
and
No.
think
Shoot
of like different ways
your
The thing about these
shot.
apps is it's like I meet people outside of the circles that I already know.
Okay.
You know, it's like
Is that what
meeting
you want?
new and curious people.
SHAH-AMEER,
New and curious?
Oh my
What are you curious about?
No. Okay, like different aspects that I would
Aspects.
if you don't stop.
just like
Yeah.
newer people that I would never meet in like my everyday circles.
Are you trying to find a friend or are you trying to find a partner?
I don't know. I told you last time. I don't know what I'm looking
Smash
for.
friend.
What
No.
what about Bumble?
No.
Did any girls approach you on Bumble?
I'm sweating right now. I'm so uncomfortable. What? What'd you say?
I said, what about Bumble? Have any girls approached you?
I said there's no update.
Okay, but that's Hinge. Bumble is
I
like they
said
can
both.
approach you. Okay.
I said overall there's just no update.
SHAH-AMEER, why are you so defensive right now?
I'm just trying to get out my comfort zone,
so
and it's
nervous.
not working.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like way past my comfort zone, but I'm trying to break that. You know, like sometimes
Would
you
you
have
be
to.
okay if I set
you need
you up
someone
on
in
a
your
few
comfort
dates?
zone.
Would
No,
you
I'm
be
talking
okay?
like talking about this overall. Like,
Okay.
I would never not talk about this, but I feel like I have to break out of my comfort zone.
Sure.
And to be open.
Can we
and
like
honest.
do a series where we like set you up on a blind date
If
for
you-
like the Ronopono vlogs?
That would be cool if it's videotaped and the other person's okay with it. That's
Okay.
also one thing. Like, if something does happen with these apps, I would not want to talk about that person just for their privacy. You know?
Listen, you don't have to throw
No,
names
you don't
Like,
out
have
I
to,
there.
you
wouldn't
could just
mind-
be like, oh, I'm seeing like a redhead. She's
No, like I
Oh,
wouldn't.
curious
right.
like me.
I wouldn't mind on my part, like say like what messed up on the date or whatever. But I just
Which
feel-
parts?
Like, come on.
No, okay, but
like,
say
on
you
their
went on
part,
a,
right?
say you went on a date,
and,
right?
and it was terrible. I would hate to be like, yo, that girl, she was just like so weird.
This
And
is
then
a
she
part of your
listens to the-
job.
She listens to the podcast. I would just feel so bad about
Okay,
her.
but if you meet a
But
girl
I-
on the app and then she listens to the
But
podcast,
we've talked about that before.
Yeah,
What?
I talked
Like
about.
bad dating stories and like
Yeah, I feel bad about that because,
I don't.
like, I don't know, you know.
no.
No.
There's another thing that you've been curious about trying out recently,
Yeah.
Ooh?
and that was Lyft.
Oh yeah.
You're a Lyft driver,
Yeah.
like Uber, but Lyft.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
made you go with Lyft instead of Uber?
Well, so the Uber,
That's the
Uber didn't accept my application
Really?
because my car insurance is under my parents, and and
Oh.
on that app you need to have like your own. So I was like,
Mm.
and then Lyft accepted me, so I was like, okay.
Okay, I know you have some you have to have some crazy stories of.
Oh yeah. So like I've only done like 15 rides,
Okay.
but in those 15 rides, I've already
Over how long of a period?
I started in Ramadan, so 3-4 months.
You did 15 rides in 4 months.
Yeah, it's only a small like
Okay.
percentage of my income. So but I've
Dude, I'll pay you to drive me. And it'll be one. It'll be all 15 in one.
So I've driven a guy to the hospital while he was having a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people do that. Like
Yeah.
instead of getting an ambulance because it costs so much.
Yeah.
People have been, and I think Uber put out a statement that was like, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
So you actually got caught up in that.
But like, what am I supposed to do? He's like about to die.
Did he tell
So,
you?
yeah, you can't like leave them.
Yeah, I don't want to leave him. So
He told you I need to go to the hospital.
yeah. So his daughter called me because his daughter is the one who like called to pick him up,
Right.
or he got the app to pick him up. So then he was like, he needs to go to the hospital, and then he comes in and he's like, yeah, my arm hurts. They say it's like my heart, and I think I'm having like a pre-minor like heart attack. I was like, don't worry, I'll get you to the hospital
Oh
ASAP.
my god.
And I was driving really fast, but I was also like talking to him to make sure, like, to distract him.
Were you scared?
I wasn't like scared because he was talking normally.
Okay.
Wait, so did you just like drop him off at the emergency pull
Yeah.
up and then just let him go?
Yeah, just let him go. And I just said,
Nobody else came with him?
like, his daughter was gonna meet up with him because she was at work.
Got it.
She was gonna meet up with him at the hospital, but he
Got
lived
it.
somewhere else.
This sounds like a TV show. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but like if something were to
Right.
have happened while you're in there, like, can you imagine like somebody
Yeah.
dies in your car or something?
Dude, I literally the day before was telling my dad, like, you know, people like hire people to use as ambulances as Lyft,
Yeah.
and like it happened to me the day after.
That's
crazy.
insane.
And then another story was the same day this girl was like trying to get my number, and she like stalked me on Facebook and tried to add me.
Wait, what?
And I just dropped her off. I was like, yo, chill. Like, I just dropped you off.
She asked you for your number.
Well, so she was like, what do you do other than this? I was like, oh, I just have a YouTube channel and stuff like that. She was like, can you text me it? I was like, I'll just message you through Lyft.
Was she
"No."
like brown?
No, I'm not gonna say race because that's I don't want to.
Say the race.
No, that's kind of racist. But
Wait,
the race.
acknowledging the race is racist?
Yeah, how's that racist?
That's not racist at
I'm just
all.
asking you what she was.
Why does it matter?
Because I want to know, like, if she saw the YouTube
Would
videos
she
and
be-
stuff.
would she
would
be
She's
down?
not brown. She's not
She's
brown.
not brown.
Okay,
Okay.
alright,
She's
cool.
white.
So it didn't matter.
She's black.
It
Yeah, she's black.
no, she's not. The race didn't
So
matter.
she's not white?
She's not brown.
She's not black.
She's not brown.
Okay.
So the YouTube channel didn't matter, right? But for some reason, I guess she found that attractive or something. And like, I drive a nice car, so maybe that added to something.
Right.
And then,
Lexus.
so then she like added me on Facebook and like.
Did she sit in the front?
No, she sat in the back, thankfully. If anyone sits in
Thankfully.
the heart attack guy sat in the front.
Okay.
But I didn't care about that.
Do
and
you
then
usually care?
yeah, the first day I rode, I drove someone 45 minutes to the airport,
Mhm.
and it was like a racist
A
guy.
racist guy?
Yeah.
Against you?
I think everyone that was in his race.
Was he white?
I will not say, but you
Yes,
can
he has to be white.
I know, I was
obviously.
just
you
trying
can
to get-
assume. I guess you can assume.
Against every race? What other race is there that would be racist against every race?
And
Fair.
he was on the phone like for like 5-10 minutes, and he's talking about the waitress that like lost his ID the day before, and he was like, she was black, and he started saying the hard R, like the N
The
word,
N-word with the hard
hard
R.
R. And I was just like, and then the person on the phone was like, aren't you driving in a Lyft? He's like, yeah, he probably hates them too. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm just keeping a straight face and I'm driving. And this is my first day.
So you're like
And I'm
nervous and
fasting.
scared.
I'm fasting and I'm like, I feel like all spiritual and I'm like, yo. And then he pops this out and I'm like, bro.
Wait, so when he said he probably hates them too, were you like, yeah? You said yeah?
I didn't say yeah.
You gave him approval.
I laugh. You know me.
You laughed?
I laugh at like, I like smirk at
Listen.
everything.
Listen.
SHAH-AMEER is a racist.
Listen.
In uncomfortable situations, I will
You just
smirk.
wanted that 5-star rating. Wait, you're like the Priyanka Chopra of this
Also,
situation.
think about this. SHAH-AMEER is on his first day of his like new job, and there's like this situation. He's gonna try to like minimize it.
Dude, you should make a TV show out of this.
Honestly,
Wait, what if you like vlogged all of this
Yeah.
and we're like, hey, like I run a vlog, is it cool?
Yeah.
Or you're like, hey, this is for security purposes.
Do you know A-Dubs? She does stuff like that, and it's
That's cool.
hilarious.
I would, but it's too much like technical things to worry about
Yeah.
while like driving. Because like even the app, it's like I have to worry about who am I picking up, how much money I'm getting, and then like on top of that, having like a film stuff and like mic setup and stuff. It's just too much to worry about.
You do like a cash cab, except it's the opposite. They give you cash. They ask you trivia questions and you answer.
Yeah.
They, listen, I really need the
If I had a producer, that it would work so well.
All right, Amber and I can sit in the
Yeah.
car and
Yeah.
we'll be like, "Welcome." Or we'll do the podcast in there, and that'll be every Uber ride will be our guest.
That would be so cool.
Yo.
Yo,
But
a new idea.
honestly-
Don't take this. If you take this, I'm literally suing you.
Honestly, like
We'll do it for strange flavors for a strange exchange.
the experiences, I feel like outweigh the money. Like the people you meet,
That's such a SHAH-AMEER thing to say.
what?
It's good, but it's such it's so
Like-
you. Like no one else would be like, yeah, I enjoy Uber for the experience.
Like the people you meet is just crazy. Like you'll meet rich, poor. Like I drove someone to the White House, and like they were
That works there.
That works there.
What?
Yeah, and it
okay.
was just so random. Like, and then the next time, like it's low income, and like I'm just all different types of people and different races. And
That's true.
you hear
Everybody
all-
Ubers.
Yeah, everybody Ubers, and it's dope.
That's awesome.
Dope.
Yeah.
Good for you. Speaking of racists,
What a transition.
I saw this on this tweet on Twitter. It's a picture of this guy, and he has a shirt. It's a white guy. He has a shirt that says, "This shirt is allowed to say," and it says the N-word with a hard R because it's black. So it's a black shirt, and it says, "This shirt is allowed to say N because it's black." This guy's smiling. This guy tweeted the picture, not him, but another guy. And he said, "This guy is bold. Instead of getting mad about it, I'm trying to find out who he is and send this to his job. Twitter, help me out. Make this go viral. Retweet." Okay, my question here is, I'm sure you guys have seen tweets like this before, where it's somebody who has a problem with something going on or someone, and it's like, let's get this person fired. Twitter, do your thing. You ever seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
How do you feel about tweets like this?
No. I'm gonna use the example of the bagel boss guy. You remember that guy?
Yeah, can you describe it for people that don't know?
Yeah. So there's this really short guy. He goes into a bagel shop and he's just yelling at everybody because people are laughing that he's short.
Right.
And so he's just like yelling at everyone.
Bagel boss.
And he's throwing a fit, right? And it just goes viral on Twitter. Like someone tackles him because he's just being so annoying in the store.
Right.
And the video went so viral that he started his own like accounts. He started selling T-shirts. He started like, and it's like Bagel Boss guy, like that's his name. And then he records other people and like being annoying in public places. So he got famous because he's doing something negative, and people were like, "Yo, this is hilarious," or like, "Let's blast this guy out and get this guy fired," and like this guy's annoying, and he just made like a whole career out of it. Not saying that this guy's gonna make a career out of this.
Oh,
but-
this guy's not about to make a career out of it.
yeah,
no.
but like I feel like
do you think it was wrong that people were trying to get him fired because he was the angry dude?
get him fired, but I
Right.
don't want this to be like as big as it
Right.
is. Like it shouldn't be that big.
Altogether.
Yeah. Like why promote that? They're basically promoting it, you know, and then other people will see it that might agree with
There was
that
actually
shirt.
people that replied, black people too, that were like, "Yo, that shirt goes hard. I actually want it. Where'd you get it from?"
That's I'm dead.
See, like stuff like that, it's funny, but like, you know, it's spreading that shirt around.
Yeah, I don't know, but this whole situation is so cringy to me because there's people on Twitter just sitting there looking for things like this as opposed to like going and getting a job or like making something of their lives. And I just think that there's some situations where it's like,
Well, he didn't even know who this person is. He found this picture and then he wants to get this person identified and then fired. I feel like that's a stretch.
like if someone has a lost kid or something, like Twitter help me, like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever Twitter for some reason can do.
Do you guys
Or-
retweet
and-
those?
No.
No. I'll even accept
just
the
don't
ones
think
that are
that,
like, my
like,
it
teacher
helps.
will let us skip our final exam if we get 10,000 retweets.
Oh.
I'll take those too. Hey,
I hate those.
At least it's not like something
In the
negative.
beginning, it was lit.
Yeah.
But
It's just
after,
for
like-
me. It's this. All of this is spam for my timeline.
Fair.
Yeah.
But then
It's equivalent to one like equals one prayer.
But like,
or
where did
something.
you find this picture that you're trying to get him? Like you just found this random picture?
Me?
No, like this person
that
who
guy?
he like doesn't know who he is. He has
Yeah.
no idea like what the situation is, whatever.
Also, looking at the photo right now, actually, this looks photoshopped. This is
is it?
no. I edit photo. Like I can see the pixels. They're not lining up right there.
Like it's too clear for the
Wait, are you
actual
serious?
picture?
Like, did you just find this out, or?
Yeah, I can look at it right now. Like you see that outline
Yeah.
right there. And right there, there's a clear pixel that's from a different image.
Faras is now sharing fake photos.
No, this
You
guy
didn't share
shared a
it.
fake
Maybe
photo.
you photoshopped it.
I wouldn't do that bad of a job. No, but okay, now I'm even more mad that this guy
That's what
didn't
I'm
even do
saying,
his
it's a-
research and he
Just shared a
is
picture.
sharing a picture that he has no idea about and is like making a scene when they're like, what if this guy did not wear this shirt and now he wants to get this guy fired?
Let's see
Yeah.
who he is and then try to get this to his job. So you have no idea where the picture came from, what the situation is. Not saying that the shirt says something that's okay. Not trying to say that. But you don't know who it is and then you want to get him identified and then fired for what?
Yeah.
It's just such a waste.
At least, I would understand it more if it was like, and I'll give him a little bit more leeway if like you came across this person, they were being loud and disrespectful and racist, and they were wearing the shirt, and you happen to snap a pic. But even then, to go to say, oh, now I want to identify, I'm getting fired. I'm just saying that you really have no idea who this person
Yeah.
is. Found this picture on the internet and want it to blow up.
Yeah.
Come on.
I have an idea. We take this picture, right? You re-Photoshop it to something amazing. And then let's get his job back.
Oh,
Let's get his job back, guys. We're doing
I
this
want
right
to
now.
I want to have a Where Are They Now social media version of all of these people that like something happened to them, they got
Yeah.
canceled, whatever, and just seeing how their life turned out because of something like that.
Yeah.
There was actually a girl I talked about
Ellen
this
does
when
a pretty good job at doing that, though.
who
Ellen?
Ellen? No, but not in a negative way.
No, not in a negative way. Only the positive.
Because I'm
viral
actually
people.
very interested in the other aspect, and I think it's super important for the sake of the people that are affected, like even celebrities when they get canceled and stuff, for their mental health and what they must be going through. Remember our friend, one of our friends who is often on the vlog, her name's Sana. We call her Rebecca Black because she looks like her.
Yeah.
And she's recently shared a video of Rebecca Black and
Yeah.
how that whole phase of that Friday song was for her.
Right.
And it's crazy that she was, 15 at the time?
Yeah.
And she explained
How
how
much-
she got across that opportunity and how it really wasn't hers. It was just like this company that wanted to do it, and that blew up.
Yeah.
What everybody made a joke. Everybody knew who Rebecca Black was and was making fun of her.
She was the most
at
Google
same-
searched that year.
Really?
Yeah, she said in the video.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And she was just in public school,
Yeah.
just going through
Yeah.
this as a normal teenager. And the way that she handled it after all of this is incredible. I don't think anybody else could really do that. Most
Yeah.
people couldn't.
I see a lot of the comments like, "Oh, I don't know why I hated her." I don't know about you guys, but I like loved the song, like as a joke.
Right.
I
But
don't
like,
really care about it.
But like, I jam to it. You know, like Old Town Road. It's like
Oh, yeah.
a joke, but you're like, yo.
Do you know how you know
Old Town
that I
Road is
was a
fire,
fan? Is that video popped up in my recommended the day after it came out, and I watched it then.
Oh dang.
So like I had been like semi following Rebecca Black, I guess, here and there.
Yeah, she came out with a song called like Saturday, like a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Or like
It's
a year
actually-
after.
It's a pretty good song too.
I don't think it was that good.
Well, I like the YouTuber that she collabed with. So, I mean, she's a good singer. Like, she's not.
She's not bad.
She's not bad. She's like really good actually. Like
Yeah.
if you hear her sing, so
Hmm.
check her out.
Yeah.
Now we're just promoting Rebecca,
Rebecca Black, we need you in the vlog.
Yo.
Well, whatever happens with this guy, I'm curious to know. So recently there was a news broke out that Jay-Z has signed a deal with the NFL. Have you guys heard about this?
Yes.
I have not.
So, you obviously know about Colin Kaepernick and how he hasn't had a job for however many days
I
now
mean,
with the
he's-
NFL
with the NFL, got it.
because, you know, all of the protesting that was happening, the peaceful protesting with
And
the
he's
kneeling,
well qualified to still be in the NFL.
and he trains every day still.
Yeah. Oh,
he has
really?
like a promo video that he put out that's like, this many days. It says it like a number, not signed, and he's still training, going hard.
That's awesome.
And he's awesome. But so people saw this and they were like, "What's going on?" So Jay-Z has Rock Nation, his company, the media company. And in this, I'll just read from this Vox article. It says, the NFL announced that it was entering a partnership with Rock Nation, the entertainment company founded and led by rapper and mogul Jay-Z. The deal, which has reportedly been in the works for several months, means that Rock Nation will now help advise on selecting artists for major NFL performances like the Super Bowl. So Jay-Z is going to be in charge, or his company is, of dealing with the entertainment side. Sometimes on Monday night football or Sunday night, they'll have like these little performances as well. So Rock Nation is going to be in charge of that, right? Which includes Jay-Z's whole catalog of artists, which he'll probably promote, and then anybody else that he wants to have performing. People are like, why would Jay-Z do this?
Also, after he shamed Travis Scott for performing, he talked badly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he talked really badly about Travis Scott performing.
Really?
During the Super Bowl, and so
what did he say?
He was just like, why are you doing that after Colin Kaepernick, kneeled and stuff? So that's why he's also getting backlash. Like, oh, Jay-Z only cares about when it's his own money involved.
I had also heard that there was somebody else who had an opportunity for the same exact deal to do the entertainment side. And it was somebody in the industry, the music industry. And Jay-Z advised them not to take the deal.
Oh.
Yeah, that was that came from Sean King, who's an activist. And he was saying that this was in the works for months, which means that while Jay-Z was meeting with Colin, this deal would have been going, about. And in the photos, you can see Jay-Z laughing with the commissioner, Roger Goodell, and they're having a good time. But there's people that are on both sides. Some people that are saying that, Jay-Z is a sellout for doing this. And then people that are like, you know what, Jay-Z's too smart for this deal, and he's probably going to work from the inside and get Colin a job. How do you guys feel about this?
I don't understand how football works. Is that a possible? Can you do that with the type?
Well, he would have a huge influence on that, and I think, I don't know if this is true. I did read that he might have part ownership in some one of the teams.
Got it.
But
I thought that's where this is all going, and I was
it's
like,
a relationship with the commissioner who owns the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think
where that can go? I don't know.
For me personally, I think it's great. That Jay-Z, I think, is one of the best people to do it, because if he's actually with the Colin Kaepernick movement and all that stuff, you have to be inside the whole, the league to change things, to make them better. And I feel like he is someone that could possibly do that, and getting the right artists and kind of changing the culture of the NFL that it has been the past couple of years, and promoting these types of acts that Colin Kaepernick is doing. However, I do see how people are mad that, he's selling out and stuff, but what else could you do if you, had to change the NFL? Mm-hmm. I feel like if he is actually going that route and trying to change things in a positive way, not just money wise, then that's great. But
we just don't know.
We just don't know. Yeah.
If these other stories are true, that Jay-Z had advised other people not to take deals like this, and was disappointed in other people that, performed during halftimes.
Yeah.
Then it makes me upset.
Yeah. That
Jay-Z would do something like that, because I think that he would want to look out for anybody, especially people of color, wanting to do a similar thing than him, and not just be like, oh, I'm the godfather of black entertainment now, and whatever, comes in my fingertips is you have to go through me, pretty much.
Sure.
I think that, and I never saw him as that person, because I've seen, him
freeing Meek Mill.
Yeah, and not only freeing Meek Mill, but taking Meek Mill to meetings with him.
Yeah.
And helping Meek Mill boss up.
Mm-hmm. And so many other artists.
So many other people. And people and artists, I've really only heard them saying good things about meeting Jay-Z and how he's advised them on things. So I wonder if that's a gimmick, to be like, let me advise them, but not tell them everything. Let me tell them, give them some gems, but not tell them the rules of the game.
Right.
So, I mean, all of us are totally blind to what's actually going on.
Or what the intentions are behind it.
But I think it's good to talk about, how we feel, and
let's see what happens in the future.
Let's see what happens with it.
Hoping for good things.
Right.
Of course. And one more thing on that is that there was a lot of people that were wanting to start their own league. And this has been a thing for a long time within the NBA, the NFL, all types of things, where people want to start their own league. that would be like Diddy wanted to do that.
Like not the NFL, it'd be like a whole.
It would be a whole
sports.
different football league.
Okay.
Does
that exist already? Like, is there any other?
I think
ones?
there's smaller ones.
Like Vince McMahon wants to do it. I think he's still working on it. Who is the commissioner of the WWE, like
Okay.
wrestling? He wanted to make a league. He's been wanting to do that for a while, where there's like no rules on the hits and things like that, because people are upset about, oh, it's too soft now and whatever.
I mean, people are getting brain damage and stuff and killing themselves.
Right.
Like,
and so there's people that want to make leagues, and there was people while the Colin Kaepernick thing was happening that were like, we should have our own black league and talks like that. But do you think that that's ultimately a better idea, to have your own company-owned league the way you want to do things, or is it better to join in and work from the inside, whatever?
I think the NFL is just way too huge, you know?
I was going to say diversifying.
You think it would take too long?
Yeah. I mean, if they can pull it off, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just take forever.
Mm-hmm. It definitely won't be as, big as the NFL is, at least not right away. But I think if somebody wants to make an attempt and diversify whatever they already have, like, I don't see a problem with that.
I think it could also be divisive a little bit.
You think
because
so?
Say there was a league and it was good enough, paying players enough that they might want to do it. I think maybe there would be a lot of black players that would want to go to that league, and then they would leave the NFL with a lot of white players, and that is kind of weird, isn't it?
Is it supposed to be a primarily black league?
No. I mean, that's essentially what would happen because of Colin Kaepernick. Because there's
Got it.
The only thing that people really don't like about the NFL is that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the protest started from. That's where their viewers went down from. All of that.
Right.
So it's a very like black thing. It's not just. And I mean, there's a lot of white people that agree with that, so that they might go over to that league as well and support. But I'm just saying, I feel like it might be a little divisive, rather than being like, okay, let's come together, let's have some black owners and diverse owners talk about these things, and let's work it out together so that everybody can be in the same thing.
Well, question. Are there other sports out there that have, like, for example, wrestling or, I don't know, soccer, that have more than one big league of
There's
that kind?
tons of... There's football leagues and basketball leagues that exist.
Like the NBA. Is there another thing that goes with the NBA?
There's a lot of them.
Okay.
There's leagues in different countries that players play for, and before they actually sign with the NBA or NFL that they play for. There's so many of them, but they're just not heard of. They're not at that level. Like SHAH-AMEER was saying, it's just huge.
Right.
That's what people watch.
Right.
So, yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. Let's get this over with, Amber.
What?
You have an update for us.
I do have an update. So last time on the podcast, we talked about how the Hot Girl Summer song was going to come out. By the way, again, Frost, they really need an intro song for this section. Just for a section for me. Okay.
Just so we know when to skip.
Or to, really tune in right here. And so the song came out, guys. You guys heard it?
Yeah, it was exactly what I said it would be. Didn't live up to the hype.
Okay. SHAH-AMEER?
Why did they have Ty Dolla $ign? Even though he's fire.
Yeah.
Why did they have a... It's cool they added a guy.
Yeah.
They're trying to be inclusive.
Right.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the song wasn't that great.
The song wasn't that great. But...
What?
What? The song wasn't
What?
What'd you say?
Are you okay?
No, I'm being serious.
Did you go to the gym today?
Did you have your medicine?
No, it's Sunday. I didn't go to the gym
Did you have your medicine?
That's why. That's
No,
why. So
listen.
this opinion isn't really coming from Amber.
No, listen. I thought it was the best part of the song was Ty Dolla $ign.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's the part
Who's not a girl.
Who's not a girl.
I think the best part of the song was the Act Up sample.
Okay, fair. That too. But I just meant
Because it
from
got
the
me
three
hyping, and I
artists.
was like, this is a very slow, like, not hype song.
I don't know how to explain it more than I thought it would be more like...
It's a chill song.
like,
You thought it'd be like ratchet.
I thought it would
I was
be...
hoping
You
it'd
wanted
be
to
ratchet
twerk
too.
to it.
I wanted to twerk to it.
Right.
Like, I was hoping for that.
Right.
But we got a chill,
Hot
top
girl,
down,
summer, 'cause you know
convertible
it's kinda
song.
lit. Yeah.
And I don't want a convertible song.
Like,
I
Act
want
Up
a
is
Hummer
more...
filled with... I'm done.
He was gonna say B word. Hummer filled with bees.
Honestly, me too. That's what I wanted. I wanted something that went off, like off. But then the dude and the song was the best part of the song.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed. Not to say that I'm not listening to the song, because I'm still listening to it. But you guys said that I wouldn't be honest. I would hype it up anyway, and I'm just letting you know that
Good job, Amber.
I'm being honest. The song wasn't that great.
I appreciate your honesty, and I hate to say it, but I told you so.
Can I ask you guys a question? I had this debate with this dude the other day, and he was trying to say that the entire purpose of Hot Girl Summer was... Okay, well, hold on. Let me hear what you guys... When you think Hot Girl Summer, SHAH-AMEER, what do you think that means?
I think it's just to, like, let's get hype for, like, all the girls to, like, you know, do our best this summer and, like, be yourself and...
Okay.
You know, just, like...
Go off.
That.
Okay.
I think that's what it was trying to be.
Uh-huh.
But there was a lot of attacking on the other side.
Okay. Explain.
Like City Boy Summer, and then people are like, oh, Hot Girl Summer's going down. Lana Del Rey's music is trending back again. So all that stuff.
Okay.
It's just like a funny effort.
Right.
From the other, seeing it from the other side.
Okay. Frostifer.
I mean, I think I've stated this before,
Right.
but Hot Girl Summer, I think, started off as a cool, like, yo, it's a Hot Girl Summer. Like, that's its own thing. But I think a lot of cringy social media girls were riding it as if, ha, look at us boys, it's Hot Girl Summer. And I mean, a lot of them aren't hot. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm serious. Like, that they use that as a competitive thing. It becomes unhealthy, and it's like you're using it as a way to
Well, I think they're
validate yourself.
I think they're trying to
Okay.
say that, like, you don't have to be hot to be hot.
Right.
You know, like, you're hot.
Like
just,
your effort is hot. But
Yeah.
okay, so listen.
I mean, I don't think so. I think Meg was, she started, right? Meg Thee
Yeah.
Stallion. She
Our
was saying
leader.
like, huh?
Our leader.
She was saying like, yo, it's a Hot Girl Summer. Like, this is hot girl energy.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think she was like,
she's not like only hot girls celebrate
No,
this.
she's saying
like,
she's saying all
girls.
of us
wait,
are
she
hot
has to
girls.
say that.
No.
Because otherwise she'd be like, guys,
No, because
if
you
you're
think about
ugly,
it,
sorry.
girls say like
You
bad,
think her music would
bad
sell?
bees only, bad
Be
bees
honest.
only, bad bees only. But she's like, we're all hot girls, and we can all make an effort. No, okay, you guys actually didn't say the answer that I thought you guys might say.
Well, you thought you'd be sexist?
I mean, no. I was having a debate with this dude the other day, and actually multiple guys who have the same opinion, who think that Hot Girl Summer is about girls and specifically their goals with dudes and getting multiple dudes and just playing dudes.
I think it's the opposite. I thought it's like, we don't need guys.
Right. Okay, so then I had to Google it. So if any of you guys are out here listening this and you do think that that's what that is, I want you to Google what does Hot Girl Summer mean, and it will give you your exact
Well,
definition.
can you tell us?
Well,
Yes,
where's the website?
So, I mean, it's literally just
Let me look
Google.
this
Go
up.
ahead, Ross.
Because it might be like, you know, fake websites making fake answers.
No, it just kind of says what Meg's
Okay.
perspective.
Genius.com?
What does Hot Girl Summer mean?
All right, we're live searching right now.
It just gives me
No.
the lyrics to the song.
What
You want this article?
No, that's a
We're
meme.
looking
Hold on. Can I
live
have
Why
your
don't you
phone?
just tell me whatever you...
Okay, so basically it was like
Christian Girl Autumn?
What's
What?
that? Yo. Amber,
Okay,
you
so-
participating?
What?
Christian Girl Autumn?
What is that? No. It's Icy Girl Winter. So
Icy.
just know that, hey, the
Oh,
summer might be
God.
coming to an end, but believe me, Icy Girl Winter is next. But
I'm just going to say this right
first
now.
of all,
There's nobody colder than me.
oh my God.
So Icy Girl,
Listen,
winter,
I'ma really need
no
big dudes to-
competition.
Okay, so the basically the search even said it, and
Coach
it
Meg.
made this person Coach Meg. That's her.
Just being you, just having fun. It's turning up, driving the boat, and not giving a damn about what anybody's going to say.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, no, and I was actually very impressed with your answer.
Hey.
So go off, and that's what I'm saying. If you guys are scared of girls from this Hot Girl Summer, just wait for us because we're gonna be intimidating this Icy Girl Winter. Which, by the way,
That's the energy that I
the way,
don't
the leader for that movement will be Sweetie, the Icy Girl herself. Thank you.
Who's
Good
that?
day.
Icy.
You know what I mean? Ever been the one get RP up on
So
the
she
white
started
tee?
that?
So they were like, okay, so summer's coming to an end. What are we doing this winter, girls? And Sweetie was like, replied to the tweet, quote, replied to it and was like, I got y'all. Icy Girl winter.
This seems like superhero villains. Like and they're passing on the torch.
It's
And
the new edition of the comic release.
Yeah.
Wait. We didn't even talk about the cool part
Winter
of this.
edition.
The fact that Nicki Minaj was on the song. I think that's cool. Like,
Ty Dolla $ign was the coolest part.
no, I know. It's just that like it was Meg Thee Stallion, this new artist, not super new, but like new artist who came out, and Nicki Minaj was on the song to like represent a bigger goal. I think that's cool.
I mean,
we
go
didn't
you.
cover
I
that.
think like I said, Meg and Nicki both had better verses than Chance's whole album.
Oh
but
my god! Wait,
I don't want. Yeah, they're both on it, and they both have better verses than Chance on this
Really?
whole album. Yeah, and
I need to
don't-
listen to this album that everybody's
I always
talking.
liked
Don't.
Don't.
the ring of Hot Girl Summer. Like, it has a ring to it.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. It's awesome. I like people that are positive about it. But the whole like
No, I know.
competitive aspect, the whole
Yeah.
like saying you're hot when you're.
I will say this: it made the summer.
For us.
It made the summer a little.
Like, why do you need that to validate?
More
Like, if you're.
exciting. No, I
Why do you
think
have to put it out into the world?
I think
I'm just
I
saying.
think my energy was obviously like
exaggerated?
exaggerated. That's obviously not how I feel about it. It's very much
It
trying to
did-
be the best you.
It did make the summer a little more interesting.
It did,
I
right?
will
It
say
made it
that.
exciting.
Like, but
It made
because the
social
memes.
media. It
2019
made
was the
social
Hot Girl
media.
Summer.
Because the
Yeah,
memes.
like-
You said 2017?
19.
Oh.
Did I say 17?
I thought you did. You probably said 2019.
Yeah, I think it made the whole summer more exciting. We usually have
little
summer
bit.
songs, but this time it was a summer movement, and it was like cool. All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Well, we hope the rest of your summer is exciting. I know the rest of our year is going to be
So jam packed.
weddings. We've been caught up in these weddings.
It's expensive,
yeah.
bro.
If you don't
That's
know
what I'm
about South
driving.
Asian weddings,
They last 136
they're
days.
crazy. We've been traveling
We had an
different
amazing
places.
weekend last weekend.
It's a lot of fun. I'm not like it's a blessing to be in this culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's just like you got to be ready to like mark off an entire year
Yeah.
For a wedding.
for a friend getting married.
Someone replied to my
Or family member.
Someone replied to
Yeah.
my story, and it was like our entrance and the dolki, and it was like a white person, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like a pre-wedding festivity." And it was like on a Sunday, and she was like, "Who gets married on a Monday?" I'm like, "No, the wedding's in November." And she's like, well, "Who does pre-wedding festivities like 3 months in
So
advance?"
many people ask me all the time
Yeah.
because my sister and our best friend saw this getting married, and so many people are like, "Wait, the wedding's in October and November? I thought they already got married." I'm like, yeah, they did, like religiously.
They got like
But now
religiously married,
we're, like,
and yes, they
partying.
had events for it. But then now we're celebrating.
They religiously got
pre-events.
married. Now they're culturally getting married.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, we're having traditions. The thing is, you know how like this past weekend we all went to Connecticut for my best friend Neha and Faras's sister Neha, her pre-wedding, and Dower. He's behind the camera. Go off, Dower. And Shimmer's friend. Ooh, this is a lot of associations.
You didn't have
Okay,
to
you could just
include
say
me.
our
Yeah, you didn't have to
friend.
include me.
Sorry, I got uncomfortable there. Okay, anyways, and that whole weekend, like, white people would have only had one day of that to celebrate a whole wedding, and we had that just to celebrate an event
No,
that's happening.
I don't know white people because there's like Italians and Greeks that have
Italiano. Let's get married.
some sort of
Okay,
festivities.
I
that
mean, I'm gonna
and
say
Russians.
American. I'm gonna say
I didn't
Americans.
know Russians have like really
yeah.
crazy weddings.
I'm gonna say Americans because like
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
meeting a lot of people and they're like, oh yeah, my wedding budget is like, I'm like right on it, da 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 da, and they'll mention, they'll be like, yeah, it's like $1,500. I'm like, your whole wedding was $1,500.
That's like the dress budget.
That's literally the dress budget for like, and granted, some white wedding American gowns, whatever they're called, American wedding gowns are that price too. But it's just like that would be like for one of the traditional events, maybe if that.
But
can
it's
come
smart
across.
saving money. They're smart.
Absolutely,
It's no shade
absolutely.
at all. I'm like, I'm just saying the reality of it is like you got to be ready. And
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is also that like it's a blessing within our culture, like
Mm-hmm.
majority of the time, that people really, really stay together.
Right.
There's a high divorce rate in America. Like, so I get when people are just like, yo, this is like my fourth wedding. Like, I'm not trying to, because imagine if that was in our culture, if divorces were as normal as they are here.
Yeah.
And people were doing that much for
70,
each one.
80 grand.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
just
crazy.
casually.
I wonder how they do that because I actually don't know anybody who's had like remarried that has had a big like wedding ceremony.
My mom does like makeup and photography for like weddings,
Uh-huh.
and she's done the same girl 3 different weddings.
No way.
And she had like big celebrations for each one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know what's interesting,
Got money
and
in the bank.
I think about this often, is that like we are grown up in American culture, but we have so like strong roots of Desi culture, so we're not just doing the Desi wedding.
Oh, right.
We're also doing all of the American traditions. So bridal showers, bachelorettes. So as many as extra as our cultures, we as American Desi people
I just realized
are even
like our bachelorette trip to Jamaica.
Yeah, like we had a whole
This whole year has
vacation
literally
to-
been dedicated to these two getting married. It's crazy.
and that's vacation, and then the bridal shower, and then bridesmaids dinner, and then also like we have all these
And by the
American
way,
traditions.
there's the dolki, which is like a pre-wedding ceremony that Shami was talking about. There's like multiple
4
of
of
those.
those.
Like
Yeah.
within our community where we
Yeah.
live, people are trying to throw my sister like a bunch of those. And she's like, oh, we need to order more dresses from Pakistan, like
Yeah.
so that she can wear them. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's how it. So then we're doing all those as well. So it's like we have it even more than Pakistan does, and you would think that it wouldn't be that way, but
Yeah.
But it's happy times.
It's a blessing.
It is a blessing. It's fun, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated with what's going on. If you don't know, by the way, we have a second channel called Pono Ronal. Very creative of us switching the name like that. But we release vlogs on there and a bunch of other content, some nostalgic videos. Not really, but like within the last year or two. But there's a lot of content going on there, and you can keep up with us besides the podcast within our lives of everything going on. So again, we want to thank you guys for supporting all of our media ventures, our brand, and us as people, this podcast. If you want to request us to talk about anything, if you have anything you want to share with us, please feel free to send us over social media. We are at Strange Flavors on everything, or our email, strangeflavorspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to another episode of Strange Flavors. It's been another week.
Another flavor.
a little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.
Spend my money right, and all I wanna do is spend that on you. Oh yeah, I'm not mad at popping.